The Ripple vs SEC case finally approaches its endgame and it looks fantastic for Ripple. What happened now? And is there any chance left for the SEC? Stay tuned till the end of the video to find out. But first, we are giving away 25 XRP coins at the end of the month to one random subscriber to start on their XRP journey. All you need to do is to like the video, subscribe and comment your thoughts on XRP in the comments section. Welcome back XRP Army. On Twitter, defense attorney James Filan said that the court has given the SEC more time to file an objection to the amicus motion that was filed by holders of XRP. Filan said that the deadline for the SEC had been extended. Following the conclusion of Patrick Dootie's testimony before the SEC, these 6 holders of XRP filed an application for amicus status so that they might take part in the briefing process. The deadline for the legal team representing the SEC has been pushed back to June 7 after Judge Annalisa Torres granted an extension in response to a request made by holders of XRP to participate in the proceeding. The initial due date was set for May 31 as the deadline. The Securities and Exchange Commission, SEC, on the other hand, did make a request for further time in order to accommodate not only the upcoming holiday but also other briefing dates. Neither the defendants nor the counsel for amici curiae put up any kind of fight in response to the request that was made by the SEC. On the other hand, the deadline for sending in a response to the objection raised by the SEC is the 10th of June. Earlier, it was reported by You Today that in October of the previous year, a lawyer by the name of John Deaton had filed a move to intervene on behalf of the XRP community. However, the court did not allow the motion to intervene on behalf of the XRP community. In spite of this, 6 holders of XRP were granted amicus status, and as a consequence, they will now be able to provide assistance to the court in the action that was launched against Ripple Labs. Do you think this is great news? Let us know in the comment section down below. In addition to that, we have some news that was provided to us by Jeremy Hogan, who is our go-to legal authority. According to the opinion of Jeremy Hogan, a legal expert on cryptocurrencies, the proceeding between Ripple and the United States Securities and Exchange Commission has reached its endgame. This is Hogan's response to the news that an attorney who backs XRP and who only recently submitted a letter claiming to represent 67,000 XRP holders has done so. The person that supports XRP is John Deaton. This action is a direct response to the SEC's demand to bring in an expert to testify about the views that XRP holders had when they purchased the digital asset that ranks 6th in terms of market capitalization. Hogan believes that this action may be the deciding factor in the case. The judge granted XRP holders amicus status, but they still have to make a request to the judge before doing anything, and here in this motion, Deaton requests leave of court to file an amicus brief and a Daubert challenge related to the expert opinion of a Mr. Dootey. The judge granted XRP holders amicus status, but they still have to make a request to the judge before doing anything. Let's look at page 1. Amici respectfully request leave to file an amicus brief regarding the opinions of plaintiff's expert, Patrick B. Dootey. Concerns regarding Daubert that are related to Mr. Dootey's conclusions precisely embody the type of the challenging questions that the court had in mind when it awarded amici status. Counsel for amici recently became aware of Mr. Dootey's report regarding the conduct of individual XRP holders such as amici. Hogan mentions that the SEC is looking for an expert witness to testify about the thought processes of XRP investors at the time they purchased the cryptocurrency asset. Deaton represents 67,000 actual XRP holders and wants to present what they were actually thinking. As a result, it is not surprising that the SEC is against it. Deaton intends to submit a brief motion known as a Daubert motion in connection with an expert that the SEC hired to discuss the motivations of XRP customers. This indicates that Ripple is attempting to discredit the witness entirely on the grounds that he does not have a reasonable scientific basis for his judgment. Hogan has stated that the timing of the vote is his only concern with the move. This is due to the fact that no formal motions to exclude the expert witnesses have been submitted as of yet. They aren't expected until the 30th of August. But attorney Deaton really needed to make an effort to file this move as soon as possible because, if he waits until August 31st, he'll be left with just a month and a half to file his motion, acquire court permission, compose and file his brief, and that's cutting it close in terms of time. Do you agree with Hogan? If yes, then make sure to like this video. The behavior of the whales demonstrates all of this information as well. According to on-chain analytics firm Sentiment, XRP whales that hold between 1 million and 10 million XRP have been on an accumulating binge as the supply owned by this category of whales reaches a 2-month high. This comes at a time when the supply held by this category of whales reaches a new high. According to Sentiment, this particular tier of whales has been the most active of non-exchange addresses and currently possesses 6.12% of all XRP. Comment XRP Army if you believe this is awesome news for XRP. On the other hand, there is unfavorable information coming from an old adversary. According to XRPscan, Jed McCaleb, the co-founder of Ripple Labs and the company's initial chief technology officer, has begun dumping massive sums of XRP on the cryptocurrency market. McCaleb had previously stopped selling his XRP tokens in September of the previous year. A crypto enthusiast estimates that during the previous 3 days, he has raised the amount of cryptocurrency that he is selling by approximately 140%, and that he may be totally finished with selling within the next month. At this time, Jed has approximately 250 million XRP left in the wallet he refers to as his taco stand. As soon as this year began, Jed McCaleb resumed the process of selling off the last of his enormous XRP hoard, as indicated by the data that was released by the XRPscan platform, which is solely focused on XRP transactions. Since the beginning of the year, he has sold over 464.8 million XRP, which, based on the current rate of exchange, is equivalent to $186,790,421. The number of XRP coins that were sold each week ranged anywhere from 18 million to 42 million, with an average of 26 million. According to observations made by Twitter user Rafael Can Aguilar, he has raised the amount of sales by around 140% over the course of the past 3 days, and is now selling almost 9 million XRP every day, whereas previously, the daily total ranged from 4 to 6 million. According to him, if the current selling rate is maintained, McCaleb will run out of XRP in around 1 month if it continues at this pace. According to XRPscan, there are still a total of 249,200,734 XRP stored in Jed's wallet, which is known as Taco Stand. A website that was developed by the XRP community to track McCaleb's sales rate reveals a figure that is slightly higher than the one presented here, 257,858,264 tokens. This is all that is left of the 9 billion XRP that were split up and given to McCaleb by the upper management of Ripple after he resigned from the firm a year after it was established in order to establish the competing blockchain Stellar. It's feasible that McCaleb will run out of XRP on either July 14th or August 8th, depending on how much he sells every week. Those are the 2 dates that are currently in the running. What do you think about Ripple's advances against the SEC? Do you think the end game is truly here? Let us know in the comment section. If you want to continue to know about XRP, we have got 2 videos waiting for you on the end screen to check out. Make sure to subscribe and give us a thumbs up. Thank you so much for watching. See you in the next video. Kindly note that prices of cryptocurrencies frequently change, so by the time you watch this video, it might have changed to a whole new value. The information provided in this video does not constitute investment advice, financial advice, trading advice, or any other sort of advice, and you should not treat any of the content as such. The content in this video is for educational purposes only and hence should not be considered financial advice. Do conduct your due diligence and consult your financial advisor before making any investment decisions.